Well, it's Sunday night. Let's see, the World Series is going on. There's too many football games to name, but my good friend Melissa Burrow and I are live. Hi, Melissa. Good evening.
Hi, Lisa. Good evening. It's good to see you.
Thanks. It's good to see you too. Tell me what kind of day you've had today.
I've had a busy day. So we kind of started our day with some festivities. We went to the pumpkin patch. We're starting to get ready for Halloween around here in our neighborhood. So we did that. And then we got to have a really good dinner with some friends of ours. It is one of our friends' birthdays. So we got to celebrate that. And then I jumped on the live stream with you.
So, we started it with just women, but we have plans as we build out 2020 and what 2020 to include other people. But this one I'm super excited about because not only are we starting a new year, Melissa, we're starting a new decade.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to that, right? It's like, and what's funny, and I can't believe I'm going to say this to you out loud, but I think this is the last decade I'm going to work. I know. I was thinking it today. I thought I'm not working in 10 years from. There's no way, because if I have to work 10 years from now, I haven't done something right. I haven't done enough planning. I haven't gotten myself ready to kind of, go into the best years of my life. And it looks like we have a bunch of people joining on, Melissa. I'm not sure if you can see what I can see, but we got Marcy, we've got Glenn, we've got Frank Cronitti. We've got the Nemas. We've got Emily Latron. She's my good friend who's a dentist out in California. Emily, I hope you're doing okay with all those crazy fires that are going on out there. So, Melissa, we have a lot of competition tonight between the World Series, go Astros, and every football game known to man. So why don't we jump into it? Why don't we let everybody know why we're here tonight, jumping into their evening?
Yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to get on here tonight and talk about the Empower Her Mastermind, which is going to start on November 10th. So that's going to be our very first live stream. But on November 4th, we're going to start sending out invites to the private group. And what we're going to be doing in the private group is we are going to be posting. We're going to have accountability measures in place. We are going to make this collaborative. So Lisa, I know you and I discussed this, but we really wanted to share with everyone, this isn't a master class, this is a mastermind. And there is a distinct difference between the two.
Yeah, we're really interested in everybody's feedback. What are you up against? We're already up into the double digits of women that have signed up for the class, for the mastermind. And so we'll be sending out, for those of you that are on and you have signed up, Melissa and I are working on sending out the collateral, getting the group set up today. But we're finding out, what is it that you need from us? Because Melissa and I believe that every single group we do is probably going to be different. Don't you think, Melissa?
Yeah, every mastermind we do is going to be set up really different. And even our live streams every week are going to be tailored towards specific topics. So we want to make this all about our members, the people that have signed up for the mastermind. And we want to concentrate on what's going to help them grow their business and really take them into, 2020 with all the tools they need for personal and professional development.
All right. So you and I have worked so hard on this, and we've laid out 4 objectives. Mm-hmm. So, my dear, I'm going to let you roll out the 4 objectives. In fact, I'm going to try to type them. I'm not sure if I'm this good, but I'm going to try to type the 4 objectives, the 4 goals, basically, for those of you just tuning in, of what the Empower Her Mastermind is going to cover in the 6 weeks. Yeah. 6 weeks, $75 a week, to have a all-inclusive mastermind with myself and Melissa Burrow. And this is just like Melissa said earlier, it's a mastermind. It's not a master class. We're not going to sit and just preach at you and tell you everything we know. We're going to be collaborative. We're going to work with you, and we're going to help each person in our group hit their goals based on these 4 objectives. So objective number 1, my dear friend.
So objective number 1. If you join the Empower Her Mastermind, Lisa and I are committed to making sure that you leave this mastermind at the end of 6 weeks with a success mindset. Mindset is so incredibly important. And we both know how important it is that you learn to shift your mindset into a mindset of growth and not stay stagnant and comfortable in a mindset that's going to hold you back.
Yeah. And, and when we wrote the book, Renee and I, Crushing Mediocrity, and I know you covered it in your book too, it's, the only way you can grow is to be able to have the guts to be able to exit your comfort zone. And I think, Melissa, I think it's easier when you have a group of people that are kind of all in it together. When you're in a mastermind together, we can encourage each other. I know I came to you the other day and I was a little bit stuck on something and you were like, Lisa, what are you doing? Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're totally right. And then it kind of the same thing with you and me the other day. And you were like, oh, I just haven't had enough sleep, but you're right. And so I believe that where more than two minds gather, clarity comes. And when clarity comes, success, success is there is no other outcome. I mean, from that 30-minute talk I had with you where you were like, Lisa, you need to go boom, boom, boom. But I was like, oh my God, Melissa, you're right. Because I was trying to overcomplicate what I was trying to do. And you just immediately just said, no, you do it this way. And I was like, you're right. And so now I have pivoted and I'm shifting some things that way, but I needed to hear it from a perspective of somebody that I trust. And I think that that's one of the reasons that we're starting this group, is because this is a group of people that are coming together that we know, like, and trust each other. And you and I are going to lead this group into coming to a lot of, let's face it, a lot of your own conclusions, but with a really great, what I like to call, board of directors.
Right, right. So, I mean, Lisa, we talk to each other all the time, but I love to run my business ideas by you because you give me a fresh perspective, and you come from a different place that you are compared to where I am. So it's very collaborative to get information from outside people. And that's what really we want for this mastermind too, is we want a place where people are going to sign up for the mastermind. They can be collaborative with each other. They can be collaborative with us. And I mean, we're all better together. You can always learn something from other people. And we're just going to bring our expertise and the tools that we already use and teach people onto the table for this group of women.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And, and so many people have asked us, they're like, well, we texted in, that must mean we're signed up. And it doesn't. Texting in, what is the text, Melissa? Is it,
text action to 33777.
Yes. Okay. So y'all, you have to text, and I don't know that Melissa's got keyboard act, but I do. So you have to text in the word action. Let's see. So text, I'm going to put in an action to 33777. So what happens from there is that you are going to get a text, but just answering the text with your email does not sign you up for the mastermind. I mean, let's face it. I mean, for anything to have any real impact or any real, what we like to call stickiness, you have to make an investment in yourself. This is a really small investment in yourself. And we're not afraid to tell you what it costs. It's a 6-week mastermind. We're going to hold it to 20 women. And it's $397. It's $75 a week. But it's $75 a week to have our own private Facebook group. You'll have Melissa and I during that hour to hour and a half. We're going to be talking in the group. We have a very structured format over that 6 weeks. Melissa and I, we're working with a couple companies right now where we're taking the same content and we're stretching it over 12 months. And we're doing that because it's a very large group. But we know that we can condense it in a smaller group and make it much more personalized at 6 weeks. So you're going to have a game plan, a clear thought process, and an accountability. I mean, absolute clarity as to what 2020 should look like.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, speaking of that, Lisa, number 2 is by the end of this mastermind, we're going to teach you how to hold yourself accountable. So everyone wants to talk about accountability as you need accountability partners, or you need these outside measures for accountability. But what Lisa and I can teach you is how to make yourself accountable to yourself. You need to be able to look in the mirror and to every day tell yourself, okay, whatever choices I make today, whatever mindset I have today is on me. You don't need a motivator. You don't need someone constantly inspiring you and patting you on the back. And
you can't afford to have somebody constantly doing that. No. Melissa, we just had somebody ask, when are we going to hold it? We're going to hold it on Sunday nights. Mm-hmm. And what time do we decide, Melissa?
Yeah, so the live training is going to be on Sunday nights at 7:00 Central.
Okay.
So 7:00 Central Standard Time on Sunday nights. And it's going to start on November 10th, but we're going to start sending the invites out to everyone that's registered on November 4th. So you're going to want to register before November 4th. That way we can we're going to dig a little bit deeper for each individual. We want to find out what your goals are and what your goals are going to be for 2020. So we're going to start investigating that before the 4th. So you want to get signed up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. And we're really serious about it. I mean, this is what we do professionally. You know, I mean, I do it in my business when it comes to in the automotive industry. Melissa does the same thing. You know, she works one-on-one with people. She's got a great retreat she's doing. I mean, we're just really passionate about helping people, in this particular case, women, but people in general, go to the next level and to get unstuck. And, you know, I mean, I think back, Melissa, you know, I told you about the executive coach I had for years, you know, and he was anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a month. And you know what? I don't regret one moment about investing in myself.
Right.
Because, you know, I mean, there are times that we hit roadblocks in life, and, you know, and there are times that we can't see the forest through the trees. But what I never got involved in, but I have many times since, of course, is the actual mastermind. And the whole mastermind is based on Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich. And, you know, it's just based on the fact that Napoleon Hill says that, I mean, we are better together. We are better when we can come together, we can collaborate and talk about, group, you know, and help each other succeed. And, you know, you never know, Melissa, who you're going to meet in this group, who you might end up doing business with someday, who, you know, I don't know. I mean, only the universe knows at this point. But we're also going to have a private Facebook group just for this group. So you all can spend time together and talk about it in between our meetings. Everything will be recorded. So, you know, you all can go back and listen to the recordings and things like that. All right, Melissa, because, you know, we're up against football and up against the World Series. What is number 3?
Okay, so number 3 is we're going to teach you how to find your inner motivation also. So that goes hand in hand with being able to hold yourself accountable and not needing someone to constantly check up on you. You don't need that. We're all adults. You can teach yourself, and we can teach you how to hold yourself accountable. And then most importantly, number 3, how to find your inner motivation, to find your why, to find your reason, to find your passion and your fire to move forward. That's one of the major things they do in my private coaching is we isolate and I dig deep to find that inner motivation and the tools that clients need to move themselves forward. But we're going to do this for you in this mastermind too. So
Yeah,
it's a good alternative. Yeah.
You know, and we actually talk about that from a different perspective, which is cool about working with Melissa and I both is, you know, in chapter 1 of our book, Crushing Mediocrity, it was defining your underlying purpose. Do you believe that what you do matters? And if you don't believe that what you do matters, then you're never, ever going to get to where you are intended to be. You know, there's just a lot of things in life that you are meant to do and you're meant to be, and you're going to be the one that gets in your own way unless there's something inside you that burns so deep, so bright that you say, this is what powers me in the morning. And Melissa, when I go out and I speak and I talk about that, I say, you know, there are people in life who have purpose-driven jobs, and I would call those our first responders, the brave men and women who fight in our military. You know, I mean, God knows that they don't do it for the pay. They do it because they've been called to serve and protect. And so I call that a purpose-driven life. That's a purpose-driven job. But I also believe that every single job, no matter where you work, that there's something bigger behind it, but we got to help you find it or you're never going to be satisfied. Right. I mean, I believe that you're going to walk out of this mastermind working with Melissa and I, and you're going to understand why you were put on planet Earth, number 1. And number 2, you're going to have more job and life satisfaction because you're going to go, aha, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely, Lisa. And I think a lot of people, they get caught up in the, well, you know, I'm not happy here, I'm not happy there, I'm not happy doing this. And really what it comes down to is they haven't learned how to self-motivate and they haven't learned how to hold themselves accountable, because a lot of people really love what they do and they even love the environments they're in, but they're just not used to self-motivation. Right. And that's really a tool that has to be taught. It's not something you just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to self-motivate for the rest of my life. I don't want to
jump out in bed and change the world.
Right. I don't need someone constantly, you know, building me up, which motivation and inspiration is wonderful. I mean, it's where my personal development journey started. It's where all of ours start. But where you really start to change the game is when you learn how to do that internally. That for me is just a huge deal. And it's something we're going to teach them in the mastermind.
All right. And then everyone's sitting on the edge of their seats. What is number 4? Like,
okay, number 4 is my favorite only because I'm such an A type. But number 4 is action plans, regardless of what you're doing, how many goals you have written down, how many gratitude lists you make every day. If you don't take action in your own life to change it, it's not going to change. Doesn't matter how grateful you are. It doesn't matter how motivated you are. And it doesn't matter how accountable you are. You have to take action, swift action, to make real changes and to hit your goals.
Yeah, you do. Because, again, I mean, you can sit there all day long, and that's the difference between someone who's mediocre and someone who's crushing mediocrity, again. And so it's all about, and I think, that's one of the things you and I've spent so much time talking about, Melissa, is that we as a group, and as you and I, as the leaders, we are going to push our mastermind into taking action. We're going to hold them accountable. Listen to accountability. I was about to say, we're going to hold them accountable to the goals that they tell us.
Yes.
That they want to hit. If you want to hit it, we're not going to take you to raise, but for 6 weeks, we're going to help you and encourage you get to where you want to be. So you look up in 2020 and you go, you know what? I'm about to start the best year and the best decade of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, once you start to devise good action plans, anyone can write down action around their goals. But when you really start to make them strategic, and you take a strategic approach, which, Lisa, I know you're a strategist. I mean, this is right up your alley. But when we know what these 20 women are trying to accomplish, and we form or help them form strategies, and we teach them the tools to find their inner motivation, we teach them how to hold themselves accountable to those action plans, that is the recipe for success. They are going to have success in 2020 if they learn those things.
Hey, didn't you write a best-selling book about that, Melissa?
I did. So Chasing Bentleys, The Power of Accountability and Achieving Your Goals. So
that's right.
The book lays it all out. And really the book goes through my journey in the automotive industry. It goes through my career, and I use examples throughout my career of what I've learned to be able to hold myself accountable. And the catalyst was always accountability, but all of these other things are so important. You have to take action. You have to self-motivate. You've got to have a success mindset. Those are all attributes where accountability can be the catalyst.
I love that. Okay. So for those of you out there, a lot of you are probably going to be catching this on the replay. Hey, go ahead and just give me a throw out some hearts if you're an Astros fan. Okay. And if you're a Washington fan, that's okay too. Not really, but if you're an Astros fan, throw out some hearts. So if you want to get involved, once the group is closed, it's closed. We're shutting it at 20 for this first time around. Lisa Bridges, what's the name of the book? Melissa's book is Chasing Bentleys. It's available at Target, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble, Chasing Bentleys. But if you want to get involved with us, if you want to find out more about it, you need to text the word ACTION, ACTION, to 33777. That's text ACTION to 33777. You're going to get a text. It's going to ask for your email address, and then we lay it out to you in an email. But here's the bottom line. It's $397. It's 6 weeks. It's limited to 20 people, private Facebook group, Sunday nights. We're going to be holding lives from Sunday night for our private group at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And the reason we're limiting it to 20 is because we want to be able to dig in. We want to be able to hear how we can serve you and help you have the biggest 2020 ever. Melissa and I've got big dreams about this. Like, we have dreams that we're going to do this in a Coliseum someday. But for now, this is going to be our 20 women. And don't worry, guys. I see some of you jumping in. Right now. And yes, we will eventually have one that's co-ed, but women are definitely, we feel like we're going to have the most impact with right now. And my daughter just put up there. Hello, Alex. Oh my gosh. Talk about being busy today. I've been with my 2 little cherub grandsons in Lala's she shed. Whew. You know what? I've held myself accountable to get my business and my life lined up starting in January. And to get rid of, and Melissa and I've spent so much time talking about each of our businesses, getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. And I've asked Melissa to personally hold me accountable. Like, there's some stuff about my business I love, and I want to blow that piece of it up. And there's some pieces about it I don't love, and I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to shed that piece of it. Right. Because at the end of the day, we have one time on this planet. And I'm very lucky to have an accountability partner like Melissa Burrow. And most people don't have somebody like that. And that's what Melissa and I are doing. We're stepping in the gap for the next 6 weeks, and we're showing all of you the 4 steps to take your business and your life to the next level, to be able to take action, personal accountability, all of that good stuff. But what I hope, Melissa, I hope that the 20 women in our group will get to know each other and build lifelong friendships like what you and I have.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's always the main goal of, Lisa and I really want to make a positive impact, but we also want to bring people together so that collaborations are made. I mean, Lisa and I met at a conference in person. We knew each other from social media, but it was meeting at a conference where our friendship really started. And a mastermind is the perfect place for you to meet like-minded women that are on a personal and professional growth journey, or they wouldn't be there. They've decided to invest in themselves, just like the other people in the group. And it's going to allow you to isolate and identify other women you can do business with, other women you can do life with, other women that could be accountability partners, other women that could be business partners in the future.
You never know.
Really intimate group. There's only going to be 20. And Lisa and I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
We want you ladies to come out of this with good, solid foundations, with good, solid plans to collaborate with each other. I mean, who knows? You might be collaborating with us in the future. We want to get to know you ladies. We really do.
And frankly, and this is going to sound really snooty of me, but those of you who know me know it. Like, I don't want to hang out with people that are not on the same path that I'm on.
Yeah.
I mean, end of story. I think about all of my very best friends in the world. They all take actions. They're rock stars, and we're all on the path of doing great things and being better and doing better. And so I hope that, for the slots that are left, that you guys will jump out and join us, that you'll invest in yourself. Like I said, I feel like we held the cost super low, because if you look at what it costs to work with me or to work with Melissa, it's not $397. I can tell you that. I've got one of my former clients on here, a company that I did business with, and I charge $10,000 a day to come into an organization. So, I mean, we wanted to make it where it was affordable, but at the end of the day, it isn't free, because what we learned, it was not free. And if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't put in the minimum investment, which to me is $75 a week, then you're not serious about it. I'm sorry. You're not serious about your future, and you're not serious about your success.
Well, yeah. And when you buy in, when you invest in yourself, you are going to absorb the knowledge. You're going to want to really get to know the other women in the group. You're going to actually focus more on the tools that are being offered. Anytime you invest in yourself, it's you saying, you know what, I'm ready. I'm raising my hand. I'm ready. I'm ready to make changes. I'm ready to grow. I mean, Lisa, this is a step 2 to a personal journey. So you have your beginning of personal development, where you read great books, you start going to maybe some conferences, you start kind of tipping your toe in the water of, you know what, there's a lot of opportunity in this world. Wow. I could do this and I could do that, or within my organization, I could become a leader and I could have all these opportunities within my organization. You start getting excited. This is your step 2. These are for people that seriously want to level up for 2020 and want to learn the level 2 ways to make that happen. This is not surface. This isn't what you're going to find in a Tony Robbins book. This isn't what you're going to find in, my book and even Lisa's book. This is this is one step above the content.
Because, Melissa, it's personalized. It's like
personalized.
We're going to be in this group for hour to hour and a half once a week. With this live Facebook group going on and on. Hey, this is the struggle. What do you guys think about this? Da 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 da. Like, I'm not even going to say I don't know. I do know what you do on a daily basis. You and I cannot take the amount of phone calls of the people reaching out to us to mentor them and to do whatever. And so, we kept the cost of entry very, very low, lower than any other group I've seen out there, at $75 a week, and that barely covers, I mean, it doesn't even begin to cover our time. I mean, I think that this is the way that we're giving back, and that we're building what Melissa and I like to call like this accountability movement in 2020. Anyways, I just, we shouldn't have to sell it. I hope, I mean, we're coming back on, and we'll be on a few times until the group fills up. And when it's full, it's full. Yeah. And then we will probably do another one after that, because we had big talks yesterday about all the great things that Melissa and I want to do in 2020. But, it just fills our heart, and it's something that we're both passionate about and committed to, and that's helping other people succeed. But every piece of success I've ever gotten in life, I've had to invest in myself. And that usually meant that I had to write a check. How about you, Melissa?
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, you can't, these tools and these things that you're going to learn in the mastermind, you can't just get from reading a book. Like I said before, you can't just stumble upon. These are things that you have to pay to learn. And that's just the reality of the situation. I had to do it. Lisa had to do it. Lisa and I both had coaches before. I mean,
I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on private executive coaches, but look where I am today.
Yeah. I still take courses. I mean, Lisa, you know, I'm not a quote unquote life coach, but I just got certified to be a life coach because I want to learn as much as I can about being able to positively impact other people's lives. And I'm ready to sign up for another course. I am always learning and investing in myself.
Right.
And quite frankly, spending money on education. I want to be as good as I can at being me so I can give back to others. And that's why we did this mastermind, Lisa. We wanted to keep the price point low. We wanted to give everyone an opportunity. We're already in the double digits. So once we hit 20, I mean, that's it. We want to keep it intimate so we can interact one-on-one with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just saw someone say sharing is caring. So if there's, maybe you're saying to yourself, hey, I don't need this right now. Or if you're one of the guys that gets it, that's on this feed, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to share this out or tag somebody that you think would benefit, or better yet, Christmas is coming. Are you out there and you're like, my wife needs this, one of my coworkers needs this, my sister needs this, my friend needs this, I'd like to sponsor them. Go ahead and text in the word action to 33777. So you just text 33777, 2 3s, 3 7s, type in the word action. It'll ask for your email address and then it'll send you an email. And then that's where you would register for it. And you could register for the class and or the mastermind. Again, we're going to have a private Facebook group. It'll be on Sunday evenings, starting November 10th from 7 p.m. Central, which is 8 p.m. Eastern for 6 weeks. And you're going to have a roadmap. You're going to have an accountability group of 22 women, including us, that I hope that we're friends forever. And that we can hold each other accountable forever and ever. Amen. And then Melissa and I can continue to do this rinse and repeat, because we love this. But she and I have both written books on this. We're both, highly compensated executives, and we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing, and we can help you. So that being said, anybody know the Astros score?
Hey, real quick, I want to say hi to Marcus Stone. He's on here. Our good friend Marcus Stone jumped on, and I see Lisa Velasco. I see James Rucker. I see Hermelio. Good to see you guys. Susan's on. Good to see you. And like Lisa said, what a great gift. Be a secret Santa. Surprise someone. And, just text action to 33777. And then when you receive the email, you can email us back and say, hey, I'm sponsoring so-and-so. And we know to send them an invite. And how awesome of a surprise would that be for your favorite coworker, for someone at work that goes above and beyond for you to be able to say, you know what, I enrolled you in a mastermind because I want to see you succeed in 2020.
That's right. And all you guys out there that gets it, maybe your wife needs it, maybe your girlfriend, your significant other, whatever it may be. All right. Well, I'm not seeing the World Series score, but I know that that's going on. Melissa and I will be coming back to you soon. Again, if you're serious, you want to know more, but get enrolled, text the word action to 33777. Get involved with us. Join our private mastermind group. Again, her and I have spent an unlimited amount of hours on this, preparing it and making it so that, number one, that we each put our names on it, which is a big deal to us, and that the people that are in our group walk away going, wow. Because just like this was a game changer. Because I will tell you this, when that happens, the price will at least double.
Yeah. So
it just will. Because Melissa and I talked about that too. We're gonna knock it out of the park so hard that we're gonna get testimonials, and we know what a mastermind at this level's worth. And it's not $397.
Absolutely. And Lisa, I'm confident enough to say that those 20 women are going to come away from this conference ready for 2020, ready to achieve their goals. They're going to have a success mindset. They're going to start holding themselves accountable. They're going to find their inner motivation, and they're going to have massive action plans in place for all of 2020. I can guarantee every woman that joins into our mastermind will leave with those items.
Yeah, so I just put it up on the screen, Melissa, which I guess I could have done that earlier. This is the greatest streaming software there is ever, but then I start talking and I forget about all the technology that's at my fingertips. Anyways, everybody, it's been a great evening. You can expect to see Melissa and I a lot over the next couple of weeks as we're building this out and as we're encouraging people to join, because it really is something we're super passionate about. And thank you all for jumping on Sunday night. Do you have anything else to say, Melissa?
I don't. Thank you, everyone. And once again, just remember, it's a great gift. We hope to see you. There's no telling how many collaborations are going to come out of this mastermind. So I'm just really excited. I can't wait to see everyone.
All right, everybody. And hey, go Astros. Bye.
Bye.